heart, don't stand too close, you gon' fuck around and drown. Off this way, doing all these shows. I've been on the road, I don't care where I go, as long as I get paid. Bad little vibe, she been on my mind. Soon as I get back, she get straight. Do this all the time, this ain't no surprise. Every other night, another movie getting made. Jump too hard, don't stand too close, you gon' fuck around and drown. Off this way, doing all these shows. I've been on the road, I don't care where I go, as long as I get paid. Bad little vibe, she been on my mind. Soon as I get back, she get straight. Do this all the time, this ain't no surprise. Every other night, another movie getting made.
HESSTON would like to say thank you for the beneficent amount.
Appreciate it and enjoy it as such. Respect for officials, respect for players. At this time, we will please stand while the HESSTON High School Pep Band under the direction of Bob Gregerson plays our tonight will be HESSTON High School Juniors 27.
And welcome back to the shed, folks. It's been a long time. Back in the shed with the Swathers, finally against the rival Hillsboro Trojans. It's going to be a good one, boys.
Sure it is. I'm excited.
I'm here alongside my buddies. I'm Eli Roth. Let's go down the line.
I'm Zach Smith.
I'm Connor Graber.
And I'm Peter Machado. You know, it's great to see Abby Proctor back in the lineup. Just bringing some extra weapons back to the offense.
I don't know about you guys, but I mean, I always love a good Hillsboro-HESSTON rivalry. I mean, no matter how good the teams are, you know it's always going to be a good game. Both of these teams want to win no matter what's at stake. So I'm excited for tonight's game.
Yeah, me too. There's definitely a lot of people here tonight. I'm also very excited to see Kendall Brugan perform, see how she does after they played against Wamego last week, I think.
Yep.
I think they're ranked number 2
in 4A.
4A, yeah. So hard-fought game, won in overtime.
Kendall had 36 in that game, I believe.
Yes.
So
Hillsboro Trojans, I believe they played Haven last week. Haven was undefeated prior. I think they beat Haven.
They beat them by 6.
Beat Haven by 6, yeah. So 2 very solid wins from both of these teams. So I think this is going to be a great game tonight. I'm excited.
Trojans will start number 20, Talia Jost, number 11, Ella Patusik, number 10, Addison Jost, number 5, Kinsley Ratzliff, and number 0, Amaya Worth. You want to say the Swather starters? You want to say the Swather starters?
Yeah. So starting for the Swathers. Sorry about that. Starting for the Swathers, number 3, Kendall Brugan. Number 5, Callie Yoder. Number 15, Abby Proctor. Number 35, Ava McGill. I'm sorry, Abby Proctor is not starting. Number 35, Ava McGill. And number 21, Avery Crable. Did I get Casey Mason? Number 20, Casey Mason as well.
Swathers undefeated on the year. I don't know Hillsboro's record for sure.
I believe 4-3. I believe 4-3. I could be
4-3.
Yes.
Hillsboro versus undefeated Heston. Kendall Brugan to jump center to start this night in the shed. Maya Worth with it in the backcourt. Over to Petusik. Back to Worth on the right wing. Dribbling. Over to Jost on the wing. Back to Worth, being guarded tightly by Ava McGill. A little bit of help from Callie Yoder there. Ratzliff at top of the key, looking for anyone open. Just nice little rotation, swing the ball at top of the key. Down inside, Talia Jost off the mark. Fight for the rebound. Back with the Trojans. Amaya Worth throws it out of bounds, but it'll stay with the Trojans.
Yeah, you can see there Heston's trying to play some help defense there. Get some of their taller players, catch them off guard a little bit.
Petusik with it on the wing. Looking to find an open person. Seems to be a nice slow offense, trying to find an open person here for the Trojans. Good drive by Jost. Over to Ratzliff for 3. Rims out. Brugan with the rebound. Yoder to push. Back to Brugan, setting up the offense. McGill with it, right wing. Looks at the pick and roll, not there, over to Avery Crable. Kendall Brugan, nice drive.
That's good.
Casey Mason with the first 2 points of today's game.
And Amaya Worth with the ball. Guarded by Casey Mason. Pass to Petusik. And it's going to be stolen by Callie Yoder.
Easy layup.
And it's a little bit off.
Truly unfortunate.
Those are the hardest ones to make sometimes. Wide open, a lot of pressure. It happens.
Especially when you're running fast and don't have enough time to slow down.
Early in the game, too. I mean,
yep, happens
emotions
everyone.
are high. Yep, it happens.
Kendall Brugan picked up a hustle foul there at the end of the play.
Worth with the ball dribbling down. Guarded by Ava McGill. Goes over to Jost. Pass back to Worth. And a drive to the right side. A little floater, and it's good. Nothing but net.
Amaya Worth with the first bucket of the Hillsboro Trojans today.
Callie Yoder will take down the ball. Pass to Avery Crable. Pass to Callie Yoder. She shoots the 3, and it's going to be a little bit long. The rebound by Ava McGill. And there's going to be a foul committed by the Trojans. Number 25, Talia Jost. That'll be the Trojans' first team foul.
Here we are in the game, 5 minutes and 30 seconds. Casey Mason, number 20, with Heston's only points.
Going to be a little bit short for the first free throw.
Swathers are looking to find anyone to score but Kendall Brugan here early, as Kendall hasn't attempted a shot yet.
And her second free throw is going to be a long. There's going to be a lane violation, I believe, 25, Talia Jost. So Casey Mason will shoot another free throw. And that one, she finds the basket that time. Swathers up 3-2. And it's going to be rejected by Kendall Brugan.
She just picked up her second foul. That's
yeah,
huge.
That's a foul. 2 fouls early. That's just something. That's something you don't want to see out of your player you rely on the most.
Especially coming off of a couple back-to-back 30-point games, you know, key piece of their offense. So
Talia Jost will shoot a free throw. And the first one is good.
Tied game.
Jaden Williams in for Kendall Brugan, and J.C. Proctor in for Casey Mason. And Jost's second free throw is no good, a little short. Rebounded by the Swathers. Callioter to Crable, to McGill. Back to Williams. She's gonna dribble to the right side and gonna be blocked, but rebounded, makes her own rebound, and J.C. Proctor gets her shot.
J.C. Proctor with her first bucket on the night.
Maya Worth with an aggressive dribble on Ava McGill. Pulls up from the top of the key, in and out, off the Swathers. Should be Hillsboro basketball, it is.
Yes.
I think this game is really going to come down to who plays the better defense and who does the little things better, especially with this matchup.
I think bench playing as well will be very important in this game. Like all games, you want to have good depth. Swathers have good depth. Trojans have a few subs, but it's going to be interesting to see.
It's interesting to see, too, because the Trojans only have, looks like 12 total players on their entire team, so most of those players have played some JV already, so they could be a little bit tired. Worth with it at the logo. Setting up the offense over to Petusik. Petusik, handoff, dribble drive. Out to Ratzliff. Over to Jost. Jost looking for an open man, finds Petusik on the left wing. Guarded by Callie Yoder. Way to cut her off there.
There's going to be a travel.
Should be Heston's ball.
Great defense there by Callie Yoder with the top of the key, getting rid of it before she gets the ball stolen. Ashley drives baseline, throws it way over the backboard. Jaden Williams gets it on the backside. Callie Yoder, the only starter at the start of the season, still in the game right now.
You know, since Kendall has 2 fouls already in the first, I think we're going to have to see someone step up, and J.C. Proctor with another bucket.
J.C. Proctor, a freshman, playing varsity already with 4 points.
The Swathers are going to keep being successful this season. I think J.C. Proctor is going to play a big role, giving Casey Mason some good rest time on the bench, and so she's fresh.
And for years to come, too.
Maya Worth screaming for the ball, just the air ball on that far side, but Hillsboro got it back and saved it on the baseline.
Good hustle play by Ashley Lehman.
Stolen by Petusik, great hustle play. Back to Worth, dribbling it up the floor. More and more this game goes on, the less and less belief I have that Hillsboro will sub. Over to Ratzliff in the corner, nobody guards her. Off the mark, Worth with the rebound, easy layup.
Easy layup, yes. Rebounds are going to be important in this game, like all games.
Heston calling a timeout.
SSN would like to say thank you for the Beneficent Heartland Foundation for being a 2024-2025 sponsor. The Beneficent Heartland Foundation is reinvesting in rural Kansas communities with a focus on the revitalization of downtown Heston, economic development, child care services, and community wellness. Thank you.
So far in the game, with 2 minutes left in the game, Heston's up 7-5. So far, Casey Mason and J.C. Proctor are the only 2 scorers on Heston, with Casey with 3 points and J.C. with 4.
I mean, so far, I mean, the team, from what I'm seeing right now, the team with the most rebounds is going to win this game. I mean, you got to be able to rebound on offensive and defensive sides of the court.
Yep.
And also another big point is you've already seen Swathers made multiple substitutions, but the Trojans have yet to make one, so Swathers show a lot of depth.
Ball to Crable. Heston has the ball over to Lehman. Looks for J.C. Proctor inside. Gonna pump fake, no good. Williams drives to the left. Pass down to Avery Crable. She shoots, and it's going to go in and out of the basket, and it's going to stay Heston's ball as it goes out of bounds. And it looks like a sub for the Swathers. Casey Mason in for Avery Crable. And inbounded by McGill, finds Mason. And a good move, but it's blocked, but rebounded by J.C. Proctor. And rebounded by the Trojans. Outside's gonna have the ball.
Wide open three.
And it's good. Ella Petusik.
Hillsboro takes the lead by 1 point.
Williams dribbling the ball down. Looks for Lehman, and it's going to be a travel. Yep, travel by Ashley Lehman, and that's going to be another turnover. Trojans ball. Callie Yoder in for Jaden Williams for the Swathers. Hillsboro up 8-7 with 1:29 left in the first quarter.
Been a pretty evenly matched contest so far.
Yes,
just
definitely.
a little bit lower scoring than we anticipated, but guarantee it'll pick up here soon.
And there's going to be a three-point shot, and it's going to be long. Rebounded by the Swathers. Callie Yoder charging down court, passes over to McGill, to Lehman. Back to Mason. She's going to look to shoot. Doesn't shoot, though. McGill shoots the three, and it's going to be long, but she tries to get her own rebound, but it is rebounded by the Trojans. And a little bit of scrappy basketball. You know, I like seeing a little scrappy ball.
It's always good to get on the floor.
Trojans with the ball. And stolen by the Swathers. And there's going to be a foul on Ella Petusik, I believe. Yes, Ella Petusik.
Heston's ball.
That's going to be the Trojans' second team foul.
Swathers struggling early to score the basketball without their leading scorer, Kendall Brugan, in the game. It's been on almost all this first quarter, picking up her first few fouls with 5 minutes and 33 seconds to go in this quarter.
Mackenzie D. Albini did also just check in for Talia Jost.
And Yoder with the ball. Passes down to J.C. Proctor, and the layup is just a little bit off the mark. Ooh, and Casey Mason takes a hard fall. Trojans rebound the basketball, and there's going to be a foul called on the Swathers by Callie Yoder. And Avery Crable is going to go in for Casey Mason. She took a hard fall. Hopefully she's okay.
Hillsboro's ball with 17 seconds left.
And it looks like
Daisy Klein checking in for Ella Petusik.
Trojans to inbound the basketball under their own hoop. Inbound into Jost. She dribbles over to Klein. Over to Ratzliff. Back to Jost. And then she shoots the ball, and it's going to be a little bit short. And that's the end of the first quarter.
Before we go to break here in the second quarter, I just want to apologize on behalf of SSN for the stream on our huddle camera being being a little bit sketchy, yeah, so being a little scratchy. So technical difficulties, we'll get that fixed.
You know, boys, we are watching a basketball game right now, but who do you guys have in the national championship on Monday?
Ohio State. I'm sorry, I'm biased, but K-State fan, I always like Will Howard forever.
Yep.
Connor?
Eli will agree.
You know, I'm not a big college fan, but Ohio State for the win.
Yeah.
Who do you got, Peter?
Ohio State.
Yeah, looks like we're all Ohio State.
What are you thinking, Eli?
Ohio State. I'm a Will Howard fan, man.
Peter, we got any stats? Peter Connor, stats for the first quarter?
So for Heston, there's only 2 scorers for Heston so far. Number 20, Casey Mason with 3 points, and the freshman, number 44, J.C. Proctor, with 4 points.
Ella Petusik currently has 2 points. Amara Worth, 2 points. Oh, excuse me. Ella Petusik has 3 points. Talia Jost has 1 point, and Amaya Worth has 2.
So Trojans spreading out the scoring here a little bit, and that's how they're going to win this game, if they can just spread out the scoring.
I think Hesston's struggling here because Kendall Brugan's out.
Kendall Brugan just got back in.
Sorry, apologies.
Callie Yoder with the basketball. Ava McGill looks for Kendall Brugan down low, and she's going to miss her first shot, get her own rebound, though. And back out to Callie Yoder. Ava Crable with the ball, looks for JC Proctor, and off the mark, Kendall Brugan with another rebound, and it is good. And like I said, I mean, rebounds are going to win this game, and that's proving it right now.
Definitely the team who can play.
Trojans with the ball over to Petusik. She dribbles to the left side, over to Jost, back out to Ratzliff. Tries to find Worth. Back out to Jost. Up top, guarded by Ava McGill. And good defense by the Swathers, but good ball movement by the Trojans as well. And it looks like Worth with the ball up top. Back to Jost to the right side. Petusik. Over to Ratzliff. And I mean, good long possession.
Great defense here by the Swathers. Just contain and control.
Ratzliff with the ball, dribbles to the right side. There's nothing there. And Hesston student section getting a little rowdy.
Crowd's starting to get into it.
And it's going to be fought out of bounds, and it's going to be Hesston's ball.
Wow, great defense by the Swathers.
Good defense, solid defense. No holes or flaws in that one. It's going to be Hesston's ball. Callie Yoder dribbling down with the ball to JC Proctor. Over to Ava McGill. Back up to Brugan. Dribbling, trying to find something in a nice spin move, and her floater is going to be good.
It's truly impressive from number
nice.
3. She has a total of 4 points, and she's only been in for a couple minutes.
Trojans ball, Jost with the ball. Out to Worth. And up top, Jost has the ball. Worth dribbling inside, a three-pointer shot, and it's going to be no good. That three-pointer was by Daisy Klein.
Hesston with the ball.
This is by Ella Petusik.
Oh, Ella Petusik, sorry. I saw the one, thought it was a 2 at the end. It was 1-1.
That corner three, it's one of the worst feelings of basketball. You just push it a little bit the wrong direction.
I mean, it happens to the best. Happens to the best of them. And
happened to me 2 times in warm-ups today.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, it happens, right?
Yep.
Hesston Swathers with the ball. Brugan with the 3-point, and it's going to be a little bit off the mark. Rebounded by Hesston Swathers. Back over to Brugan. She's going to shoot another 3. It's going to be short this time, but another Hesston Swather rebound, and it's no good. And ooh, it's going to be the Trojans basketball tipped out of bounds by the Swathers.
As you guys can hear, the crowd is definitely getting hyped tonight. This is a huge rivalry between these 2 teams.
I gotta love it. Trojans with the ball. Petusik dribbling down court, guarded by Callie Yoder. Good face defense, and ooh, and there's gonna be a foul called.
She traveled first, I thought.
There's a little bit of
They're
everything
gonna get this
there.
on. Ooh.
Yeah, it's gonna be a foul by Callie Yoder.
You can already tell
ball.
nerves are getting a little bit high in this game.
Yeah.
Starting guard Callie Yoder just picked up her 2nd personal as well.
Trojans inbound the basketball. Worth with the ball, guarded by Jaden Williams. She's gonna dribble down to the left side. 3-pointer looked by Kingsley Ratzliff, but does not take it. And it looks like we got a little dribble weave offense going, and there's gonna be a charge called by the Trojans. I believe that was by Kingsley Ratzliff. I believe, yes.
So it will be Hesston's ball. There is 4 minutes left in this period. Hesston's up 11-8.
And it looks like McGill subbed in for Yoder for the Swathers, if I'm not mistaken.
You know, even though both offenses are a little bit slow today, it is great to see some good defense.
You know what they say, defense wins championships, right?
Yep.
Swathers with the ball, Kendall Brugan. Drives right side. Good pass to Mason. Her shot is going to be no good, and it's going to be out of bounds by the Swathers, so it is going to be Trojans basketball.
Foul on Avery Crable.
Oh, is it foul?
Yeah.
Oh,
Avery Crable over the back.
well, I'm mistaken. That's going to be Heston's second team foul in this quarter.
Couple of subs in for Hillsboro.
Worth's got it. Bringing it up the floor, Jaden Williams. Guarding her over to Talia Jost. Great aggressive defense here by the Swathers. You can't pick up another foul, but great defense.
That's going to be a backcourt called by the Trojans.
You know,
Never mind. Yeah, you go, Peter.
Kingsley Ratzliff, she's been a 2 or 3 year starter these past 3 years in high school, but we still haven't seen her score the ball, so hopefully the Trojans can get her the ball.
Got to give the coaches some love. Two great coaches, coach some really good teams. Matt Richardson and Micah Ratzliff. So great play by Casey Mason. Play up off the mark by Avery Crable. Rebounded by Casey Mason.
The Trojans cannot just are struggling to get rebounds today.
And there's a foul on, I believe it's Daisy. Yep, Daisy Klein, and that's going to be 2 free throws for Casey Mason.
So far on the night, Casey Mason does have 4 points now. Let's see if she can make it 5.
Ashley Lehman in for Jaden Williams for the Swathers. And Casey Mason's second free throw. And it's going to be good, 2 for 2.
Casey Mason is leading the Heston Swathers tonight with 5 points.
And that's a good thing because we haven't seen Casey score as much this year. Another predominant senior on this team, so. Daisy Klein with the shot in the corner there. Off the mark. Balls to Heston. Basketball to Heston.
You know, boys, a little bit of a trip down memory lane. If you recall, freshman year basketball, Heston versus Hillsboro. That was a game.
That was a game.
It's giving me a little bit of flashback seeing this whole entire crowd, you know, getting a little bit hyped.
It's getting filled up. I like to see it.
Yeah.
It's always fun to see a filled up shed. And it looks like it's going to be that tonight.
There's almost no open seats here.
I know. I like it.
You know, the girls' game is very exciting. Rianne Grillo
with the first basket.
Swathers are living off that pick and roll. This nice simple wing pick and roll with a good post screen.
Worth with the ball right now. Over to Ratzliff. She's going to look for a shot. Over to Petusik. Find something.
Maya Worth being one of Hillsboro's best players, having to work for everything right now. Swathers doing a great job of defending her.
And I mean, that's where depth gets you. I mean, just Swathers aren't tired. It's tough when you only have a few people on the roster, but you got to give her credit. She's doing a good job and gets a shot off and is fouled by Ashley Lehman.
Maya Worth is only a sophomore, but she has played a good majority of varsity basketball in both of her 2 years.
Amaya Worth with 2 free throws here. First one's good.
You remember the Heston versus Hillsboro girls matchups last year? Those were pretty competitive too.
Yeah, they've always been competitive.
These games never
Always
miss.
gotta love it. Worth with her second free throw, and it's going to be good, 2 for 2.
So far, Heston with the lead, 15-10, with 2 minutes left in the period.
Swathers with the ball. McGill driving her right side. And it's going to be travel by the Swathers. Travel by the Swathers, yes.
You know, Casey Mason tonight is having a pretty good game. She's playing super aggressive and
That's what you like to see.
being a great role for the Heston Swathers tonight.
not only do you have to see it, or not only do you like to see it, but you have to see it. I mean, when your good players get in foul trouble and, you know, injuries, you gotta have other people step up, and that's what Casey Mason's doing, J.C. Proctor's doing. They're stepping up and proving that they can play at the varsity level. Trojans with the basketball. Maya Worth dribbling in, trying to find something, and her shot is blocked. It's going to be out of bounds by the Swathers, so Trojans inbound the basketball. And it's going to be rejected by McGill.
Maya Worth is the current leading scorer for the Trojans with 4 points.
Trojans to inbound the basketball on the side. Maya Worth with the ball, guarded by Jaden Williams. And good defense. And that's going to be a 5-second call. That's going to be Heston's ball.
Just great defense for the Swathers all around. Just haven't allowed any easy buckets today.
Heston's ball.
Addison Jost in for Daisy Klein for the Trojans. Jaden Williams is going to bring the ball up court for the Swathers. She's going to find McGill in the corner. Pick and roll. They do like that pick and roll, Eli, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
And a shot by Jaden Williams is going to be in and out of the basket, rebounded by the Trojans. And there's going to be a foul called on McGill, I believe.
Swathers got to be careful here. One more foul, and it puts Hillsboro at the line for their last minute and a half of this quarter. So,
Minute 40 left in the game, or in the quarter, in half, excuse me.
There you go.
Happens all the time.
Trojans with the basketball. Kingsley Ratzlaff with the ball. Over to Petusik. Looks for Ratzlaff down low, but
Trojans trying to do some of their own pick and roll.
It's like a little handoff screen with a backdoor cut, backdoor cut screen off the back of it.
Yep.
Great inbounds play to get a Maya Worth a layup.
And beautiful layup, smooth, weaves in and out of the Heston defenders, and it's a 15-12 basketball game. Swathers with the lead. Swathers with the ball as well. Grillia with the ball down low, looks for a little floater, no good. Rebounded by J.C. Proctor, and that basket is going to be good.
J.C. Proctor really stepping up when Swathers need her the most.
Trojans with the basketball. Looking for something, getting their offense set. Over to Petusik.
Such a fun last name.
Petusik. Back to Petusik, guarded by Williams. Nice spin move, but it's going to be a foul called from Petusik's shot. I believe that's going to be on Jaden Williams for the Swathers, and we're going to have 2 more free throws coming up. You know, I'm just kind of looking around at the stands, and it's nice seeing how many people are here. It's cool. It's going to be a fun atmosphere tonight. I can feel it.
In my 4 years of high school, I don't remember a single Heston versus Hillsboro basketball game where the stands have not been filled up, by the way.
Yep.
And this is Heston's first home game in a couple of weeks, so.
Ella Petusik's free throws are good.
It's been a month, Connor.
It's been a month. It's been a long time. Swathers with the basketball. Williams up top. Over to McGill. Back out to Williams. Bruggen with the ball now.
5 seconds to go.
And dribbling, trying to find something. Shoots a step back 3, and it's going to be
Bruggen
good.
with the 3.
And a beautiful shot. A nice step back.
Nothing but the bottom
And
of the net.
That's going to be half. Swathers lead 20-14.
Huge momentum play going into the
Big
half.
momentum play.
Some
See if we can keep
stats
it.
for the Heston Swathers. Number 3, Kendall Bruggen with 6 points. Number 20, Casey Mason with 4. 22 with 2. And 44, J.C. Proctor with 6.
Maya Worth for the Hillsboro Trojans with 6 points. Kingsley Ratzlaff with 2. Ella Petusik with 3. Talia Joseph with 1 point.
A little foreshadowing for the boys game. I mean, I'm excited to watch this boys game as well.
Yeah, I've heard Hillsboro is definitely a the team that you want to beat. They're pretty good this year, I hear.
Yeah, they beat, or did they lose or beat Haven?
They lost to Haven by, I believe, only 5 or 6 points. But Haven was undefeated going into the game. So, I mean, that's a good game by the Trojans. So, I mean, there's nothing to be ashamed of, losing by only about 5 or 6 to a really solid team.
And Hillsboro has been putting up a couple of back-to-back 60-point games. So, I mean, Swather's defense is really what the name of the game. So we kind of want to see what the Swather will do with that.
They can shoot it out the gym, that's for sure. Look for Lincoln Wicker, Nash Dickinson, and Easton Shahan to have a big part in that game.
Easton Shahan, I believe, is averaging around 16 or 17 points a game right now. So
that'll be a good one. Well, we're going to go to the half, maybe get a bite to eat. We'll be back here in about 10 minutes or so to start the second half of this close girls game. So I'll see you here soon.
Welcome back to the second half of the Hesston Swathers versus Hillsboro Trojans. Boys, divisional round weekend. A lot of good teams playing. Kansas City versus the Texans.
Kansas City, what are we talking about? Come on
I
now.
really want Houston to win, to be honest.
Come on, Eli. Oh, you're a Bears fan.
Yeah, we don't talk
you're
about
in
it.
misery, I know. All right, we can talk about that later. Let's get back to the game. Trojans inbound the basketball. And Worth with the ball up top. Back out to... who was
Trojans
that?
with a quick
Jost.
three.
Rebounded by the Trojans. Over to Petusik. Looking
Trojans
for
just good with dribbling around the perimeter, trying to find their backdoor cut, their open alley, anything.
And kind of an odd play. It kind of looks like they kind of ran into each other a little bit. But the foul's going to be called on the Swathers, McGill. And it's going to be the first team foul for the Swathers. Trojans inbound the basketball. Worth with the ball up top, over to Petusik. Looks for Jost in the corner. Takes her dribble, picks up the ball.
Swathers guarding, letting everyone touch the basketball except for Amaya Worth.
And Jost is stuck in the corner, but gets out of that sticky situation. Worth with the ball, guarded by McGill. Good face guarding there. And there's going to be a travel called.
You can really tell the Trojans are really trying to get a good look inside, try to get some offensive scoring going.
And we have somebody a little bit tardy up here. Got something to explain, Connor?
Well,
Welcome back.
Swathers with the ball. Bruggen gonna take the ball up court. Passes it to Callie Yoder. She's gonna look for something inside, but there's nothing. Cross court to McGill, over to Bruggen. Finds Casey Mason down low. And it's gonna be a charge called on Casey Mason.
Great take by Dalia Jost.
Yes, a very good take. Feet set. I mean, that's a textbook charge if you ask me.
Exactly what the Trojans need, a little bit of a momentum play, try to give them a spark.
And that's the second foul, team foul in the Swathers already. Only a minute 15 into this third quarter. Trojans with the ball. Worth dribbling up court, over to Petusik. And Jost and Yoder fighting for the ball, and it's going to be called a jump ball. And
We have
Sorry.
seen the Swathers be very aggressive today on defense, and that is a very good thing, especially going into this big stretch of games.
Got some tough teams rolling in. League play coming up. Yeah.
And it's the Swathers ball after the jump ball that happened. And Kendall Bruggen's three is going to be a little long. And it looks like there's going to be a foul called on the Swathers.
Casey Mason.
Third foul. That's going to be her second personal foul. 13 foul for the Swathers. You got to eliminate those fouls. That's what's going to kill you in the end.
Now 3 Swathers on the floor with 2 personal fouls.
Worth dribbling the ball down court, and it's going to be fought. And that's another foul.
That is
Yoder's third.
That's
Yep.
going to be your third foul.
Swathers need to be a little bit smarter here. We still want to keep up the intensity, but at the same time, you can't be doing that.
One more foul, and Hillsboro's at the free throw line the rest of the quarter with 6 minutes to go.
Trojans with the ball.
You got it.
And Ratzlaff pass down low, and her layup is going to be good.
Nice pick and roll by the Trojans.
Great back cut there by Kinsley Ratzlaff.
Swathers ball over to Bruggen, cross court, and her floater, kind of an off-balance floater, is going to be good. Trojans with the basketball.
Petusik with it up the left side. Setting up the offense. Dribble drive, Callie Yoder can't foul. Floats it up. Charge taken by Casey Mason.
I think that's the third charge this game already. I mean, you don't see a
Been
lot of
quite a few.
charges. I mean, it's putting your body on the line. You just got to take a hit from a charging offensive player, and it doesn't feel good. I've had them before. So impressive. I think that's 2 for Mason. She's taken 2 already.
I got a would you rather question at the end of the third quarter for you boys. So
Boy,
All right.
can't wait for this one. There's going to be some subs for the Swathers. It looks like J.C. Proctor in for Avery Crable and Jaden Williams in for Callie Yoder. No subs for the Trojans. And it's going to be the Swathers ball on the sideline.
You know, Trojans really relying on just 2 people to be real good subs. And even though they only have 2, we still haven't seen a lot of playing time from them.
I mean, but like I said, you got to give them credit. They've been playing hard all game long. For not having many subs, they've showed their physicality. Like right there, the ball was stripped away, and it's going to be Trojans' ball.
Great steal there by Ella Patusik. Amaya Worth looking to drive. Floater. Another charge taking out a slot. Oh,
it's going to be a block.
Kendall Brugan picked up her 3rd as well.
An impressive N1. Kendall needs to start playing carefully. Can't play as much aggressive defense.
There's going to be 1 free throw for Amaya Worth here. And it's going to be a little bit short, rebounded by J.C. Proctor for the Swathers.
Cannot come up with a 3-point play.
And pass down
Great high-low.
Yes. And the basket by Casey Mason is good. Good look by, I'm not for sure who passed that ball, but a good look.
J.C. Proctor.
Amaya Worth is the current leading scorer for Trojans with 8 points.
Worth dribbling down low, over to Jost. Back up to Ratzliff. Finds Worth again. Looking for something, getting the offense set. Over to Ratzliff up top. Guarded by J.C. Proctor. And, oh, it's tipped away by J.C. Proctor, stolen by the Swathers. Brugan, and, not a good pass. Good steal.
I think she got a little scared there.
Yeah, a lot going on quickly.
Didn't want to get a charge call on her, pick up her 4th.
Clearly the refs are not afraid to call charges here. And it's going to be blocked by the Swathers. And there's a lot going on right now.
Blocked from behind by Jost. Swathers regain the possession. Kendall Bruger will take it. Over to Ava McGill. Way to move the ball. Jump shot by Casey Mason was blocked. Swathers will work it back to the perimeter. Blocked again. Patusik ends up with it this time. Jost looking for an open teammate. Over to Patusik. Patusik, left-handed dribble drive out to Jost in the corner, over to Rats at the top of the key. Back to Jost. Right drive towards the middle, cut off by Brugan. Pass it back out to Maya Worth, but we have a timeout by Micah Ratzliff before, just to keep the possession arrow.
You know, props to the Swathers. They've been doing great, getting offensive rebounds over and over and over again. You know, what you can do in the huddle right now for the Trojans is that the main point, I would say, you really need to box out, because at this point in the game, rebounds are going mostly to the Swathers, so you really want to see the Trojans get some.
All right, Eli, give us that would you rather. I've been waiting.
Well, the timeout's over now.
Oh, come on. You got a little bit of time.
3
Okay.
minutes.
Would you rather catch a fastball for $1 million? Would you rather catch a fastball from Paul Skeens, catch a punt by any NFL punter, or take a charge from LeBron James?
Oh, I'm taking a charge by LeBron James.
That would hurt.
King.
It would hurt.
I want to take a charge from the King. It's the greatest basketball player you've ever seen. The King is.
I don't know. I think Jordan's still better.
I agree.
Yeah, same.
LaCry, baby.
Yep.
No way you guys just said that.
Anyway, Trojans with the basketball. Patusik up top, passes it to Worth. Calling, looks like an offensive play, getting it set up.
Trojans really need to move around right now.
Very stagnant offense. And just stand in the same spots, trying to get open.
Great defense by the Swathers.
Fail and replace. Keywords of a great motion offense.
The foul called on J.C. Proctor for the Swathers, and that's going to be the 5th team foul already.
Wow.
I think the big thing Hillsboro's trying to do is get dribble drives and open three-pointers, but the Swathers' pursuits and closeouts have been really good tonight. They haven't been able to get many of those.
Kingsley Ratzliff with free throw. First one is going to be no good. And her second free throw is going to be nothing but net.
What's our score, Connor?
24-19 with Hesston in the lead. So far, Hesston's leading scorer so far with no surprise, number 3, Kendall Brugan with 8 points. Not performing as usual, but still putting up
Fadeaway
numbers.
jumper.
Not a very high percentage shot there by Kendall Brugan, but so anything comes out of Kendall's hands, still has a chance to go in. Left dribble drive by Ratzliff, up to Petusik. Just standing here on the Hillsboro side of the ball. Klein with it on the wing over to Dalabini. Great dribble drive by Amaya Worth, and even better jump shot. Swathers push. JC Proctor missed the wide open, or missed the layup, but gets fouled.
Amara Worth with 10 points in the game now.
A minute 40 left in the period. 24-21 Hesston.
JC Proctor with 2 free throws coming up. And you know, this Hesston team is going to be good for a while. I mean, they've already had freshmen. I mean, how many points does JC Proctor have right now?
She has currently 6.
And she just made that free throw.
7.
So 7 points. I mean, this team's going to be good for a while, but that goes same with the Trojans. I mean, you look at their roster, 10th grader, 11th, 10, 11, 11. They only have 2 seniors on this team, so they're going to be good. Both of these teams are going to be good for a long time, and it's going to be a good rivalry. I'm excited to see it. JC Proctor's second free throw is good. Trojans with the basketball. Amaya Worth with the ball up top. Looks to Petusik up top. Looking for something. Drives on the left-hand side. Nothing there. Back out to Worth. And a nice dribble move and a nice layup, a nice scoop layup.
26-23, Connor.
Yep.
Game's getting closer and closer.
Wow, JC Proctor with a strong move in the paint.
Good pass by Callie Yoder. Got to give credit to that assist there. Good eyes up court.
JC Proctor is being guarded by Daisy Klein, so go way to recognize the mismatch and get her a bucket.
Trojans with the ball right now. Worth drives inside, looks for a floater, no good, but gets her own rebound. Kingsley Ratzlaff with the 3, it is no good, and Kendall Brugan is going to get the rebound. Dribbling down court very quickly, looking for something, and she's going to be fouled by, I believe,
Ratzliff, I believe.
Ratzliff.
You know, even
Yes,
though
Russell.
the Trojans are currently down 5, they've still outscored the Swathers 9-8 in this quarter. So if they can keep that up, we will have a good fourth quarter in our hands.
Kendall Brugan with the first free throw. It's going to be nothing but net.
Yeah, Trojans might not look like they're scoring a lot, but they're scoring just enough to stay in the game and maybe make a late run here sooner in the fourth quarter to take control of this game.
Kendall Brugan with her second free throw. And it is going to hit the front of the rim, but bounce in.
That'll be Brugan with 10 on the night.
Trojans bringing the ball down court. Maya Worth. We've heard that name a lot tonight. She's been doing a lot for this Hillsboro Trojan team.
Big key player.
Swathers need to keep the ball out of her hand. She's heating up. She's made a few straight buckets. She barely missed her last one. Getting offensive rebounds the whole 9 yards.
Daisy Klein's 3 is no good, and it's going to be rebounded by the Swathers. Callie Yoder to McGill. Over to Brugan in the corner. She's going to dribble up. 3 seconds left in the quarter. And there's going to be 0.6 seconds left. It's going to be out of bounds by the Swathers.
Let's see if Hillsboro can get a point here.
Going to go a little, a little chuck down court.
Just a little bit short.
Yeah, just a little bit. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter. 30-23, Hesston Swathers with the advantage right now. I want to point out, though, even though the Swathers are winning, there's significantly more fouls that the Swathers have committed. And I mean, that worries me a little bit in the long run because you don't.
So, what's our foul count? Or who has fouls, Connor?
Sorry, I'm not currently keeping track of fouls. Although,
I believe Callie Yoder
I think she
and
has 3.
Bruggen
Kendall
both have
has
3.
Yes. Mason might have 2.
Yep, Casey has 2. I don't know how many Ava has. I think she has 1 or 2.
Quick game, already the 4th quarter though.
Yep.
I will
You know,
say.
I really think this quarter is going to come down to the defense because, I mean, both teams have been scoring, but not a lot. So I already feel like I feel like the defense is really going to be key in this last quarter.
Only been 2 or 3 timeouts called in this entire game, so that's what really speeds up games.
Trojans also doing a great job on slowing down Kendall Bruggen. You know, only having 10 points, but 10 points is 10 points.
And I believe it is going to be the Trojans ball out of bounds. Yes, it's going to be Trojans ball to start this final quarter in this great historic rivalry between these teams. And here we go, the 4th quarter, Trojans with the ball. Amaya Worth guarded by Ava McGill, over to Ratzleff, to Petusik, over to Jost. And it is stolen by Kendall Bruggen, and it is a full court layup, and it's good. And that's just the things you can't be doing this late in the game. Just small turnovers like that.
She was waiting for it. She's been sitting back on it all game.
Trojans with the ball again, Amaya Worth. And it's going to be tipped away by Avery Crable, but she recovers the ball. To Petusik, finds Ratzleff. Guarded by Crable. Over to Jost,
Like
guarded by Mason.
Looks like they're in the timeout. Coach Richardson went into a box and one where
Kendall Bruggen with another fast break layup.
Coach Richardson went into a box and one where Ava McGill guards Amaya Worth and never switches or anything, trying to reduce her touching the basketball.
Trojans with the ball. Ratzleff looking for something, driving down the right side, and is stopped. Throws a...
Over and back.
Yep, and that's going to be a backcourt for the Trojans, and it's going to be Swathers' ball again.
Trojans looking a little bit flustered to start this 4th quarter. Hopefully they can slow things down a little bit and score some points.
Great defense so far in this 4th quarter by Ava McGill.
Crowd really getting into it.
Swathers with the ball right now. Yoder shoots the 3, and it's going to be a little bit off to the left. And there's going to be a foul called on, I believe, Mason. I think it's Mason. Yep, foul on Mason. And I think that's going to be her 3rd foul.
Yep. Couple of Swathers starting to get in pretty close foul trouble. So hopefully they can slow that down for the remaining game.
Trojans with the ball. Amaya Worth. And looking for something. Finds Ratzleff. And another foul called on the Swathers. I believe that's going to be on Avery Crable. Yes, Avery Crable. And that is her 2nd foul. 2 team fouls so far in this quarter for the Swathers. None for the Trojans. It's going to be Trojans' ball out of bounds.
I believe the Swathers are on an 8-0 run. This game was 26-23. Now it's 34-23, I believe.
Amaya Worth with a rebound.
Worth looking for something, guarded by Bruggen. Up to Ratzleff up top. Sorry, Petusik. Her 3 is going to be no good. Rebounded by Kendall Bruggen. And Callie Yoder shoots another 3, and this one's going to be a little bit long. Rebounded by the Trojans. Ella Petusik.
I've noticed that tonight Callie Yoder's hasn't been as hesitant to shoot the basketball. She's been catching and shooting a lot more, which is a good sign.
Which is good. I mean, you're going to miss shots. I mean, who said it? You're going to miss 100% of shots you don't take. So it's good seeing her stepping up with a little bit of confidence.
Another backcourt violations by the Trojans.
J.C. Proctor and Jaden Williams to check in here for the Swathers.
5 minutes left in the period. 34-23 Heston.
Swathers with the ball. Jaden Williams has it in the corner, guarded by Ella Petusik.
It's like Hillsboro, I don't know if they've gone to a zone or a
Yeah,
little
it looks like,
matchup zone.
it looks like it. Something along the lines of that. And it's going to be poked away, and it's going to be a timeout for the Trojans.
I believe that Amaya Worth was face guarding Kendall, so
She was. I think it was a little bit of
A little bit of box and one or something? Or?
just like Heston's running.
yeah, trying to keep the ball out of Kendall's hands as much as possible. You know, even though the Trojans are down by 11 points right now, I cannot lie, I'm very impressed by Amaya Worth's play tonight, leading the Trojans with 12 points. I feel like she's had a very good, consistent offensive game. You know, she's missed a couple shots, but she still put up a fight, and hopefully we can see what she does until the clock hits 0.
You know, Hillsboro has had an impressive performance tonight, but I also want to shout out JC Proctor from Heston. As a freshman, she has 10 points tonight. She's honestly probably going to be a huge role model in the near future for Heston, and honestly can't wait to see how she plays basketball in the future.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
And even Jaden Williams, she had a big key role last year in the state runner-up for the Heston Swathers. So, you know, hopefully we can see what she does in the upcoming years.
(34-23). Swathers with the lead right now. 5:05 left in the fourth quarter. Will the Trojans make a comeback late, or are the Swathers going to put away the game?
You know, it's really hard to count the game off right now.
No,
I believe the Trojans have a lot of potential to come back.
A few buckets and they're right back in this game. So
And wide open three, and it's going to
Little
be
bit
no
long.
good. A little bit long. Addison Jost, and it's going to be a jump ball, a fight between
to the Swathers.
Yoder and Jost, and Swathers are gonna have the ball. Yoder dribbling up court, finds Bruggen. Bruggen trying to find something.
Looks like a matchup zone almost.
Yeah, I see some switching going on. A wide open shot by Avery Crable, gonna be a little bit long, rebounded by the Trojans.
So far it has the Swathers flustered, that's for sure.
Amaya Worth continues to face guard Kendall Bruggen on the defensive side court.
Trojans with the ball. Amaya Worth, guarded by Jaden Williams.
Swathers trying not to foul.
And it's going to be poked by Cal Yoder, but Petusik comes away with it. Addison Jost looking for something. Back to Ella Petusik. Amaya Worth shoots a corner elbow free, elbow shot, and it is nothing but net.
That'll make the game 34-25, closing the gap for Hillsboro.
Swathers with the ball right now. Jaden Williams looks J.C. Proctor to Bruggen. Looking for something, driving down the left side, but gets nothing.
Amaya
And a
Worth plays
nice
some good
pass.
defense.
And very, very good ball movement by the Swathers, and that's going to be an and one by J.C. Proctor.
You know, when you're guarding, face guarding Kendall like that, you miss a little bit out on the help side defense, which opens up the post. Easy and one.
Swathers next week will be traveling to the Hillsboro tournament to for their mid-season tournament.
Yeah, both Swather teams have the opportunity to play the Trojans 3 times this year. They're going to play them twice in the regular season and then possibly once next week in the Trojan Classic, depending on how the brackets go.
We play them twice in the regular season?
I believe so. Once here and once at Hillsboro.
Good three-point shot by Kingsley Ratzliff. That brings your total up to 7 points in the night.
An 8-point game here with 3 minutes to go. Swathers up 36-28. And it looks like it's going to be out of bounds by the Trojans. Swathers ball.
A lot more pressure is going to be implied here by the Trojans on defense and some fouling and all types of stuff.
A turnover by Callie Yoder, stolen by the Trojans, and Ella Petusic's layup is going to be no good. Rebounded by the Swathers. Bruggen goes to Williams to Yoder.
Swatzer's really just trying to slow things down on offense right now and try to choose some clock.
Coach Matt Richardson saying no shots unless it's a perfect shot, just like that.
Good bucket by J.C. Proctor.
J.C. Proctor with 14 points.
How many does Kendall have?
14 as well.
So the Trojans have stopped Bruggen pretty well. And, I mean, they're going to be good. They're going to be good for a while. I mean, I'm impressed by the amount of subs the Trojans have and still playing this aggressive this late in the game. I mean, an 8-point game, they can still come back. This game is not over yet.
You know, I believe that Amara Worth has not came out one time in this game, and she has been playing very hard and very well for the Trojans, leading them with 16 points.
I don't know if Ratzlaff has either. There hasn't been many subs, that's for sure.
On the Heston side of the ball, you know, what's been killing them tonight is the fouls. Like, they really need to, they do play aggressive, that is good, but they just need to find the perfect balance between that.
So Connor, what do you think about the Philadelphia Eagles this year? I know you're an Eagles fan. It's a little bit weird considering you live in Kansas, but
oh, you know, so playoff round this Sunday, gonna beat the Rams.
Probably not.
Pretty easily.
Their defense has been playing good, Connor. I mean,
Oh yeah.
they shut down Saquon.
Alrighty,
Only Eagles fan in Kansas, by the way.
You know, I would be okay with Chiefs-Eagles Super Bowl rematch.
Yeah, I would be
as
okay
long
with
as
that,
it goes the same way it did last time. You know.
38-35.
That would never happen.
Back to the game. Swathers have the ball. Kendall looking down court, full court layup, and there's going to be a block called. The Hillsboro fans do not agree with that call.
It's a little bit of a, she might have been set, but she wasn't hit square on, so it was kind of a up in the air call.
Yeah, it could go both ways, I think. So that leads Bruggen with 2 free throws. First one is good.
With 15 so far. Let's see if you can make it 16.
Bruggen with their second free throw. And it's going to be a little bit short. And it's going to be a fight for the rebound. And it's going to be a jump ball. And
Good
that's going to
hustle
be the
by
Trojans,
J.C. Proctor.
Trojans ball. Good, yes, good hustle.
39-30 here with 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Daisy Klein checks in for,
Talia Jost.
Talia Jost. Wrong Jost there.
Trojans with the ball. Ella Petusic dribbling down court, guarded by Ashley Lehman. Finds Amaya Worth. And her shot, she's going to take an off-balance three-point. It's going to be no good, slightly off, and it looks like it's going to be out of bounds by the Trojans, and that's going to be Swathers' ball.
You know, Trojans really trying to get Marworth the ball, try to get it back in this game.
And it looks like they're playing a full-court press. Swathers get out of it pretty nicely.
Coach Richardson telling them to pull it out, or telling them to stop being so aggressive and to just dribble around. And
Swathers with the ball. Bruggen, guarded by Amaya Worth, weaves around the defenders, and her shot is going to be a little bit off, and it's going to be out of bounds by the Swathers. Trojans basketball.
You know, even though the Trojans have played very well today, you're really starting to see the lack of subs showing a little bit on the court. You can tell they're pretty exhausted. So hopefully they can just fight their butts off for the rest of this game.
Still a very close game, though. Very impressive performance by Hillsboro.
Maya Worth calling her offense, getting it set up for the Trojans. And a three-point is going to be looked at, but is not going to be taken. Kingsley Ratzlaff dribbles inside. Over to Klein, and there is going to be, is it a blocking foul?
I think that was a reach.
Reach foul.
Now that is 3 team fouls on Heston.
fourth foul on Callie Yoder.
Trojans with the basketball. Daisy Klein looking for somebody, finds Amaya Worth, guarded by Ava McGill, and she's gonna take a little floater shot. It's gonna be a little bit short, rebounded by Callie Yoder from Bruggen to take the ball down court.
With 30 seconds left in this game, you can really hope the SWAT can just slow things down.
And
Dribble it out.
And this is not a game to be sad about for the Trojans. They played hard, they played good. I mean, this Heston team went to the state final last year, so I mean,
Losing a lot of seniors.
yeah, you know, both teams played good tonight.
Yeah, there's a lot you can build off of in this game. You know, impressive game by Amaya Worth. You know, I would not be surprised if she puts up the same performance in these next couple of games against the Swathers.
That's a name you're going to be hearing for several years.
That'll be game. Heston Swathers with the win, 39-30.
Go over the stats, boys.
Heston, on the Heston side of the ball, number 3, Kendall Bruggen had a total of 15 points. Number 20, Casey Mason had 6, 22 with 2. And Jason Proctor, the freshman, as I said before, number 44 with 14.
For the Hillsboro Trojans, Amaya Worth has 16 points, Casey Ratzlaff with 7, Ella Putusik with 3 points, and Talia Gross with 1.
And a hard-fought game by both teams. These teams will be seeing each other at least one more time this year, and it's going to be another good game. I will be attending. I don't know about you boys, but I'm excited to see it.
I'll be there.
I cannot wait.
Thanks for joining us here for this girls matchup, Heston vs. Hillsboro. We'll be back here on the Tuesday after next week, so like, I don't know what day that is, like
Long time. Too long.
sometime in a week or so. So we'll be back. Hope you guys have a good night. We'll be back for the boys game here shortly. I'm Elijah Ross signing off.
Zach Smith.
Connor Graber.
And Peter Machado.
Have a good night. God bless.